If any question why we died, tell them because our fathers lied.
I must confront my father. Yet my life story is riddled with holes. Shadows upon the canvas of my life. Once I was Nilin, an errorist, feared and hated. Capable of sculpting your memory to my whim. Once I was the adored child of the Cartier Wells, themselves adored by a society they designed. Shadows and light. It's up to me to repair the damage, to right the wrongs committed by my family, whilst chaos threatens to consume it all. It's time for my father to truly taste the poison that the whole world embraced. Edge guides me, and I am ready.
Alrighty then.
The conception cube, the heart of this corruption. This time we nail it. No going back.
Tell me about my father, Edge.
Charles Cartier Wells has walled himself away for years, dreaming of his ideal future. It's here that H3O was conceived.
H3O?
Memorized Central Server, the place where all these memories are stored. Only your father may enter. It's up to you now. Convince him to let you in.
Let's get this done.
Didn't look like it was that hard to get inside.
Nilin, my little smarty, please, let me work. Come on, Papa. Come play with us, okay? But just for a little while.
Who's that? Those voices?
Your father. He kept many of your childhood memories for himself.
It's disgusting.
Genius and despair are a dangerous mix.
Zilla, you went through indescribable horror, but it's a mistake to turn your back on your family. Oh, let me help you, my love. My invention can make you forget all that is shattered in you. Papa, tomorrow is my birthday. Really? I wonder what might make you happy. Jax! A Jax!
All I see are pale fragments of my life. Soundless, tasteless, dull and dead.
You'll finish up the family scrapbook later. Charles is close. You're almost there, sis. The nightmare is nearly over.
There has to be an error here. Not a mistake. Don't understand.
My father. His work is his life. And I'm going to convince him to destroy it.
His work became the only way he could save the life he loved so dearly.
What do you mean?
Look around you.
The power to remove painful memories. To forget a car crash. My God. He did all this for me.
And you are the only person in the world who can convince him to bring it to an end.
I can fix everything. Fix everyone. Just need a little more time. Just a little more time.
Now, give him a taste of his own medicine.
So why wouldn't you just approach the person, seeing as there's obviously some random holes here? Instead, we're going to do the exact same thing that basically everybody's been doing, rewriting all of their memories and basically playing God like they're all playing God.
Papa, is Mummy coming home soon?
Very soon, my little smarty.
Mummy doesn't like Jax anymore. Since when he was bad.
But be still now. I'm going to make everything right again.
You can't fix Mummy's leg, it's too late.
Oh, I'll find a way to fix that as well. But for now, I'm going to help my little girl. Really? Well, how do you feel? Do you think Mummy hates Jax?
No. Why? Did he do something bad?
No. No, he didn't. Now run along and play now. Daddy's got work to do.
Okay. Love you, Papa.
I've done it, Zilla. I found a cure for misery. Soon, I'll take all your hurt away, and we can be happy again. And then I'll free the whole world from pain.
Well, let's just go all the way back to the beginning, because at this point it doesn't even matter. It's got to be a giant list of things that's going to have to occur.
Papa, is Mummy coming home soon?
Very soon, Marty.
Mummy likes him since he's bad.
Not be still now. Make everything right.
You can't fix his leg, too late.
Oh, I'll wait if it well. I'm gonna go.
So we're gonna jump into the jump in. Wait. What?
Papa, is Mummy coming home soon?
Very soon, my little smarty.
Mummy doesn't like Jax anymore. Since when he was bad.
But be still now. I'm going to make everything right again.
You can't fix Mummy's leg, it's too late.
Oh, I'll find a way to fix that as well. But for now, I'm going to hurt my little girl.
So apparently I can't remix the remix.
Really? Well, how do you feel? Do you think Mummy hates Jax?
No. Why? Did he do something bad?
No. No, he didn't. Now run along and play now. Daddy's got work to do.
Okay. Love you, Papa.
I've done it, Zilla.
So we just went through this whole cutscene again,
Found a
annoyingly
cure
enough.
for misery. Soon, I'll take all your hurt away, and we can be happy again. And then I'll free the whole world from pain.
So we just did the exact... So that's the only glitch I see, is right there.
I'll fix that.
So there's that glitch. And the other glitches?
Did you do something?
Am I gonna have to go through this like 10 freaking times?
My little girl. I'll find her.
Now this is what was supposed to occur.
Zilla, darling, is everything all right? You should have been home hours ago.
I started work on the Mary Ferrick. I had to take a detour through New Belleville and traffic was bad.
Did you find Jax?
Jax!
Yes, I did. And next year, you're the one in birthday detail. Your daughter has been impossible ever since she saw me buy her gift.
Can I have it now? Please!
I spent the day at the lab. Did you have the time to read
Hello,
my
Papa.
memo on memorial
Just finished
therapy?
shopping with Mummy.
Hello there, my little smarty. Behave yourself with your mother, promise?
Charles, dear, I'm not convinced the clients are going to accept your idea. Storing memories seems like a more commercial argument to me.
Can you walk on your
Can't you
hands?
imagine the possibilities? Human memory management.
We'll talk about it tomorrow, okay? Right now, I'm thinking it might not be such a bad idea if your daughter would forget it was her birthday.
I'll take some food with us if you like.
I wondered why it has gone so quiet. I should punish you, my dear, but the two of you are so adorable together.
possibilities. Human memory management.
I wondered it's gone quiet. I should see my two so
Okay, that short circuit didn't do anything that I even remotely noticed being interesting at all. Let's go to that one. So let's just make things as horrible as they can be.
or three bill and works.
Wait, what?
Not moving, it's all full.
I promise, take him as soon as it's heard. I'll take.
So repair him now, what happens?
Is Jack's broken?
Your rogue's going to fix himself.
This is a lot of little memory mixes.
Oh!
Jax!
Nalin, stop! That's dangerous!
So now we're gonna get hit again. We're gonna have a short-circuiting Jax, cause God knows what. What happened to Nilin here? Oh, she got flung through the windshield.
Nilin! Oh my god. What have I done? Nilin! Nilin! My little girl! Nilin. Nilin. My child. Forgive me.
I wasn't naturally gifted, I was just a good student.
You were his experiment, Nilin. Break him. Do it.
Oh, Edge. What a tragic waste.
Stop! Lilith? Oh. I see. You remixed the remix. It's very clever.
You must stop everything, Papa. The experiments, the abuses, the lies. The entire world is dying from an overdose of amnesia and false memories. The horrors I have dug up.
It all seems so perfect. So noble an idea.
No, Charles. From the very beginning, it was a bad idea. You used your own daughter as a guinea pig. And your wife too, if I'd let you.
You never forgave me. Why are you here today?
Because I loved you. And because you're still a genius. There's a civil war out there, Charles. Hate. Fear. Riots. Pain. Everything you set out to eliminate. It's our fault, Charles, and it has to stop.
We're nearly there.
We must cut the flux relay at its source. Disconnect H30.
The security system is impossible to breach. Unless...
It is time.
Unless both you and I authorize access. Together.
Et voila!
That's why you sent me to remix them. Only they could authorize access to the central server.
Now it's your turn, sis, to finish the job!
Access protocol to H30. Vocal validation.
Standing by. Memorize.
Hominis evolutio.
Identities confirmed. Access to memorial servers authorized.
You're a better, stronger Cartier Wells than either me or your father. I'm proud of you, my daughter.
Here. It's for you. I don't need your memories anymore. When you were little, you often came down here to visit me. These memories will help you find your way.
Thanks, Papa.
You're welcome, my little smarty.
We'll be waiting for you here.
H30 is going to be disconnected. You did it, sister. You'll have done in a day what the errors failed to achieve in over a decade.
But we're still outlaws.
With your connections, I wouldn't worry too much.
I'm finally going to meet you then.
Yes. Follow the remembrane that your father gave you, and this will all be over.
How am I going to be able to disconnect H30?
Just like any other machine.
Edge! Edge! Edge!
Hurry up, Jax. Papa doesn't like it when we hang around down here. Jax, don't leave me alone.
Long walking scene. Man, I haven't gotten to talk in quite a while. So much dialogue going on in the game. So what happened here?
I wasn't a very happy little girl.
Jax was truly your only friend.
There you are. You weren't answering me.
I hadn't relived your memories for a long time. I almost forgot how much they hurt.
How's that? Relived?
So much pain, sister. And for such a long time, so empty, so true.
Edge, you're starting to scare me.
Keep going, little sister. H3O must disappear.
Where the heck am I going? Is this the right way? Of course I could have just gotten completely turned around. Oh, there's a Scaramech thing.
That's enough. Now give me your hand. We're going to be late.
Central server ahoy!
And here I am. Back to where it all started.
Yes. It's here that you gave birth to me.
Don't you find the expression a little abusive, brother?
It's just a question of perspective. When did you figure it out?
Just now. Edge is H3O. It hit me. It's obvious.
I really want to die. I didn't lie to you.
Who are you? Really?
I am Edge. I am a spontaneous entity born from the putrid pits where everyone flushed their most horrible and painful memories. I am H3O. My first memories are the tears of a girl. I am the child of Memrise and its worst enemy. I am the father of the Leapers and their grim Reaper. I am your friend. You must kill me.
And if I don't want to?
There is no choice, sister. I will force you to confront me, and if you do not win, I will destroy you.
I'm afraid.
As am I.
Okay, so our final boss is an AI that we created spontaneously. Well, okay then. If we can accept anything, I guess we have to accept this. Oh, that's quite a large entity.
Hello, sister. Time to break your father's favorite toy.
Edge! Edge, I don't want to fight you.
I am H3O. Edge was just a part of me. An agent. Created, partitioned, and sent on its way to find you and bring you here. But you are an heiress, sworn to bring an end to the ravages of Sensen. I am H3O. I am Sensen. I am the Leapers. Kill us.
Well, okay then. How the fuck this is going to work?
Destroy this black memory cube. I do not want to remember anymore. this cube. Some of the darkest memories I had to bear. Destroy it.
Okay, and how does one do that?
Destroy this black memory cube. I do not want to remember anymore.
It'd be really great, you know, if there was a...
Can you imagine the moment I became self-aware and understood what I was? A new life born from humanity's worst memory.
Nice, so I could see what the fuck I was doing.
We were friends.
For the dude that wants to die so much, he really doesn't want to die nearly as much as he seems to say he wants to die. Just gonna say. Just got killed randomly by his roar. Wonderful. If this restarts the fight completely from the beginning, I'd be slightly annoyed. Alright, let's go.
You've exceeded my scenario predictions.
Excuse me.
Your father did not design the H3O server to become what I have become.
Excuse me, dodge.
But the chance to create custom-made happiness was too tempting.
So I specifically have to, okay, use a very, very specific one to actually even get there. Alright, we're going to...
So here I am, an unwanted child bent on guilt, remorse. Do you have regrets now? Frank Forley, do you remember how to reorganize his memories? You made his life so... he had to end it all. Surrender to me. I can take all that guilt away in a heartbeat.
You know, that's dumb.
Stop!
There we go. Shoot him again. Stab him again. Last round? Okay, come on, come on, come on. Let's do this. I'm not that concerned. I lost, but I didn't lose because it's mid.
A dystopia created in a spark by the innocent little girl. Isn't that ironic? Love, hate, guilt, the desperate need to change them. All waiting to hatch from the barbed egg of a car wreck. Your mother rebuilt herself without ever forgetting us of that moment. But you made her believe that the accident was all. Still no regrets, Nilin. Not even for your mommy, Silicar J. Wells, you naughty little girl. potion. You remixed her.
Well, I mean, I guess the boss fight's kind of interesting. I've been kind of quiet here, mainly just because as far as, like, the way this whole story's gone, I just don't even have words for it anymore. I really don't. Like, I mean... It's got its level of just basically just being ridiculous at this point.
Listen to me. I am your father's dream. I am his life.
Yeah, we've already been over this like a couple hundred times before. You're this thing that wants to die, but not really wants to die, and it's just, Sorry for us quiet for a bit, guys, but I mean, it's just like there's so much random shit going on at this point, it's just like, okay, whatever. If there's a quick time event here, I'm gonna laugh my ass off. Oh
I'm
my
sorry, Edge.
God, this slow-mo. Freaking hell.
It wasn't your fault, sister. Finish me. Now. The pain is dissolving, and I go with it. In a few seconds, my memories will be returned to the people. Adieu, Nilin. Remember you soon.
A friend once said, "The memory of a single man is a fortress, more complex than the vastest of cities." But we invented a key to the fortress. There are no secrets anymore. My friend's name was Edge. Born from the sense and abuses, he was the first to understand that we were all floating adrift. Edge died to remind us that some intimate doors are not supposed to be opened, and that suffering, like painful memories, is just part of life. My name is Nilin Cartier-Wells. I am a memory hunter. I can know everything about you, and I can make you believe whatever I want. This is my gift. My legacy. For the first time in my life, I remember exactly who I am. Outside my fortress, I now have a family to go back to, and a world to confront. A damaged world. A world to heal. This is what my friend taught me before he disappeared. I'll never forget him.
Well, okay then. I guess that's the end of that. Okay, so let's run this all down again really quick. Every single thing that happened. Number one, if we're going historically, bad shit happened to the world, etc. So then number two, Sky comes along. Makes way to, you know, deal with memories. Ends up using it on his daughter because he's, well, overly hopeful that it's all going to work out just fine. Somehow, though, in combination when this occurs, sometime either right before or right after, girl visits father's really central laboratory thing, creates an AI which basically starts a spiral throughout the system that leads to horrible, horrible things to cause problems to everyone, while simultaneously wanting to die. So, you know, if we're talking about something that wants to keep itself alive, then obviously, you know, it's not going to do anything, or, you know, it's gonna fight to survive, blah blah blah. Though it didn't really seem like it had a will to survive if its will was mainly to die. We'll get back more on that later. For some reason, this chick just disappears from her family's place, becomes a memory hunter, and joins up to do bad shit with people. Just disappears, by the way. Like, it's not even that, you know, other things occur, she just disappears. There's this huge fucking time gap in this story where her dad kinda goes loco, her mom keeps an iron stick up her ass, and their daughter just kinda disappears from the idea of everything altogether. It's like they don't even recognize that she exists or should exist, which leads them both down this horrible thing of, you know, causing problems and doing horrible things to the world. And eventually come full circle to this whole idea of, you know, pain is part of life and blah 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 blah. Okay. So all this technology, all this was developed, is obviously bad because we're not supposed to open these doors and everything else and etc. So that is basically the point of this whole story. Dissected as it is, there's really nothing else to it. Basically, everything that happened in this story is the cause of a piece of time we have no fucking clue what happened in, over the course of which people went completely batshit insane, and the supercomputer decided it was going to destroy everything anyway, even though this computer that acts as the storage unit, it also has access to all of the good memories of every single living being alive as well, so we're not gonna go there, I guess, because basically there's just layers of bullshit stacked on top of each other for this game. There is so much story left out that is required to make any sense of the reason why the characters developed the way they did, that basically we are just led to believe that, well, bad shit happened and these characters became very bad, which led to them guiding their technology and ideas in a wrong way. But then we're just gonna say the whole idea was bad just because everybody was locking away their bad memories, and that's the whole purpose of it. Well, that's obviously not exactly what was happening, because people were sharing memories. Yes, some were getting rid of bad memories and everything else, but it's kind of this really weird concept to even have to try to dissect into meaning. So basically, yes, we should not forget our past, blah blah blah. That's obviously on there. Pain is part of living. Yes, okay, I guess so, until eventually, you know, that is systematically removed, or you reach the point where you don't have to worry about anything anymore. I'll hand wave that along, because that's kind of like one of those points of, like, people could always say, oh, pain's always gonna be part of life, okay, we can accept that. But all of the badness of this story occurs because of a piece of the timeline we have no clue what happens. Nothing. That's the reason why all the badness in this whole story occurs. Basically, car crash happens. The little girl should live a happy life because there's no longer those negative aspects of her life. Mother decided she wasn't gonna forget stuff, but that's okay. completely forgets about her daughter because she becomes a cold bitch. Which the husband could have completely reworked that anyway, even though she refused. I doubt it would have took too much for him to just be like, I'm gonna do it anyway because I have access to the whole fucking network. And then father completely abandons daughter as well because of everything else, so the girl just ends up nothing. Basically, the logical conclusions of the events in the story themselves do not really seem to be all that logical and seem to be there solely for the purpose so we can then extrapolate things from them, which are not necessarily even included in what was occurring like there to begin with. I don't know. The story was very weak. It started off strong, there were a lot of interesting ideas, and it just like, these past like 3 chapters, it's just like, I don't care, we're just gonna throw some bullshit together and then just let the whole thing fall through the floor. Gameplay-wise, okay, fine. Combat system, mediocre at best. I mean, you've seen the whole thing. It's an interesting little combo system, but I mean, really, there's no depth to it. There's the depth of, I guess, of putting things in the correct order, except that I'm pretty sure even on the next level of difficulty I could go through doing the exact same shit I did before and still probably be just as well off. I mean, the memory hacking thing is kind of cool, except for when you have a completely given, like, do this X thing to accomplish this, it really kind of destroys any interesting parts of how it could turn out. Really, what would be more interesting is if this were diverging paths in the story, and different ways you've made their memory span would cause different things and different repercussions. Such as, you know, you made Olga remember at the very first memory mix, oh, she's gonna kill her, or she died, or something else, or got killed. Well, okay, she died. Well, I guess you're gonna have to find some other way to get into the place you're trying to get into. Herp-a-derp. I don't know, the whole story seems so both self-righteous and self-fulfilling, the way it put itself together, that it was basically like, well, in order for the causation of current things to happen, it was basically like we were, well, it seemed like there wasn't so much a story thought out from the beginning, and so more so the story had to be kind of thought out as it went along. If anybody knows anything about basically, you know, interesting AI techniques that don't take into account the state of a whole existence, basically it's like the story developer's like, well, here's this, you know, idea. What is some kind of retroactive thing that we could think of that could have occurred, which could make this, you know, thing happen? Still, without taking into account all the other things in between. It just bothers me. It's just, I don't know. I could rant some more, but really this whole last stretch of the story is just so painful in so many ways that I don't even know how to really describe what was going on or how I even view things from here. Like, I mean, to be really honest, starting that last, or 2 chapters ago, I really started losing interest / enthusiasm for the game as it started to go along, just because there was just so much stuff that was just either for its own sake or so pull out of ass. It was just, I don't know, like I said, at the whole Bastille thing, the start in Bastille, go to new area, go back to Bastille, go to new area, go back to Bastille, finally go to final area of game. It seemed like they didn't have any other interesting ideas for what could be done, like story-wise, like area-wise. It was like, well, we already have this area that's existed, so let's just reuse it 3 times. Instead of trying to tie up the plot all in one go, we're just gonna have this piecemeal plot that's kind of ham-handed in the way it's put together. I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna have my druthers whenever I write my actual kind of reviewish video about this, my technical aspects of it, but I mean, it's just weak. The plot, which started out kind of interesting, had some interesting strong points, just became weaker as it went along, and more things were just kind of shoved into it to make it worthwhile. The stupid the combat system, which had interesting ideas again, and then just kinda, you could just really nothing. Basically, you have your heal, you may have your recharge, and you have your one combo which you do to smash the face out of something, because that's all that matters. I mean, I don't even know. It's just, I guess it's just the game did not feel polished or even knew what its own identity was. Because the memory remixing thing, which is by far the most interesting mechanic in the whole game as far as a puzzle mechanic goes, it was used all of what? 1, 2, 3, 4? Maybe 5 times? I think you'd say 4 times, 5 if you include the remix in the remix, but I mean, really, that's with this memory hunter, and that is the most interesting part of the whole game, but we spend the majority of the game beating the shit out of people with a combat system that isn't very good. I'm kind of interested in what another YouTuber who's playing it thinks of it right now. Cry, like I really need to go and watch his videos now that I've completed the game, but at the same time, I also would like to see some other people kind of review this and get their feelings about it, because I mean, it's not horrible, it's just that it's not great. None of it is great. None of it was put together great. And as far as interesting as it could be, it's just not. Basically, the context for all of our actions is lacking. The challenge in the game, given the way it was already done, I mean, yeah, I died a couple times, mainly to stupid shit or not knowing what was going on. But I mean, really, other than that, there's no real challenge in the way that the puzzles are put together. There's not really challenge in the way the combat's put together. It's basically perform X, Y, or Z, and if you don't have the specific thing to get rid of an enemy at a specific point, well, wait till you build up the right thing, then use it. And it's very, very specific, very dry in the way that's done. The gratification of the story progressing forward didn't really give us anything new. The whole leveling up, getting new presents thing was, well, okay, whatever. I did it fine, I'm pretty sure, about 3 to 4/5 of the collectibles in the game, and I was fine. So the gratification having more health and stuff, I guess, would have meant I could have taken more hits and not cared as much, which would have taken even more challenge out of the game. And so, I mean, addressing the game on those 3 layers, it just falls apart no matter which way you go, no matter which angle you take it from. And this is gonna sound like an insane fucking rant to most people, but I mean, the game just doesn't have it. The game doesn't have, there's no cohesion of the elements in the game to make it interesting at all. Like, to make it great. Interesting, yes. Some parts were interesting, but there was nothing done with them that could have been better. Like, they could have made it better. That could have made, like, the whole thing sell. I don't know. I got what? I guess I got, you know, I'm gonna have about 10 videos out of this or a lot more, so I guess that's fine, but oh well. And that is Remember Me, everyone. If you think the game looked good, and despite all my rants and my other personal bias and everything else, I suggest that you buy it. Published by Capcom Games, created by Dontnod Entertainment. An interesting take on an interesting theme that I feel fell flat, and I'm going to, like I said, go more into that later, but yeah, anyhow. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you next time.